All right, what's going on, Mr. Foreman? Shaw calling here for my video project on one of the entrepreneurship movies. You allowed me to do my movie on the Godfather series, but I only decided to do my video project on the first Godfather movie. So I'm just be talking a little bit of what happens in the movie, some of the things that stick out the most when it pertains to entrepreneurship and seeing it how that the concepts from the textbook relates to the movie. So I'm gonna just be, little bit of rambling on about what happens in the movie, how it relates to the concept. So I'll just do my best to stay on track. So first off, it's a American crime family movie in 1972, starring Marlon Brando, Al Pacino, just so many other actors. Sonny or James Dean, or no, James Cain. Just an ensemble cast of actors that did like a really incredible job making this movie. So yeah. So first off, The Godfather is an American crime based movie based on the Corleone family, and the head of that family is Don Vito Corleone, and basically he is essentially the business owner or entrepreneur, whatever it may be, however it may relate. And yeah, he's the chief executive of the Corleone crime family, and there's five total families in the city of New York, and I guess those could be essential entrepreneurial businesses, and how they conduct business and do their own thing, and they just stay separated, but they also have meetings at times that they deem as necessary on what's going on in the environment, what's going on aside from the family business on you know excuse me, outside events that can affect the families in general. So it's just things like that. So the first thing that I caught in the beginning of the movie, where he's talking to his son-in-law, Johnny Corleone. It's the famous quote, make him an offer he can't refuse. And how that relates to entrepreneurship is essentially figuring out what deal you want to put out to the market and make it an offer that the consumer market can't, they can't go without. So it's essentially making a product that is so essential and necessary that the consumer market is going to want to buy it. So another thing I caught was family members and trusted individuals, because I know it's a different system that the Italian family or mafia, if you may, works, because it starts off as the boss. Then there's the consigliere, who's Tom Hagen in the movie. I guess that's the right hand man of the main dude, or of the main man, Don Corleone. There's different capos. There's different position individuals that do different things that helps maintain the sustainability of the business. So majority of this movie is different actions from different representatives of families, where basically different families would, I guess, dispute with violence and basically handle competition. And essentially majority of the action, or not necessarily action, majority of the violence that happens is because of the growing Tataglia family. I don't want to mispronounce it and everything. It's basically handling competition with violence. In a sense, that relates to chapter 5 with competitor analysis, and the Tataglia family is growing, and the Corleone family is starting to take notice of that and want to adjust to that situation, to the point where they could be successful in maintaining that growth. Um, the scene where he talks to his consigliere Tom, he quotes, "Give him a living, but never discuss the family business with him." So that could relate to chapter 15 on franchising, particularly product and trademark. So in a sense, basically, Vito and Tom were talking about how they can provide Johnny Corleone, who's the son-in-law of the singer, with an opportunity, but not necessarily giving him the keys to, the family business. So in a sense, he's working for the family, but he doesn't have like the trade secrets, if you get what I mean. So it's just he's able to work for the family, but he doesn't know the family interior information in a sense. Um, uh, I'm sorry, I'm just reading off my notes. Um, uh, oh, another one I caught was where Vito was talking to his first son, Sonny, and he quotes, never tell anybody outside the family what you're thinking again." This directly relates to intellectual property, which is chapter 12, and makes basically relates the intangible ideas, thoughts, whatever is intangible that has value to the family. You don't want to share that because, again, that could be stolen. So you would, I guess, in that time frame of, when the movie was set in, there wasn't really any type of, trademark or any type of copyright or anything like that. And yeah, and basically making sure you don't share your trade secrets, and basically putting your value out there and exposing yourself as a business. um I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. Another thing that I caught was majority of the transitions between the different families where basically favors, not necessarily cash transactions. It was more like quid pro quo, or if you could do this for me, I'll do this for you later on. And majority of the transactions that Don Corleone did was favors, but he didn't necessarily ask for a favor after that. What he did was take account of those favors and kind of like establish like a line of credit in a sense. And this directly relates to debt financing in chapter 10. Basically, he was building a line of credit and obtaining credit to where later on down the line in his business he could maintain and have different favors that could be done for him whenever they were deemed necessary. Excuse me. And it was a lot of information and a lot of entrepreneurial ideas being put on through this movie, but that's just the main uh just the main priority, like the main nuggets that I got from the movie, and just making sure that all of the information I've given you was related to the textbook and entrepreneurial concepts. So appreciate you.